There we go. What's up, boys? It's Nick from Team Table 501 here. I'm the king of the scrubs, and this is round 2 of the Crush Card Cup match analysis. I am playing Salamangreat, and my opponent is playing Lost World Dinosaur. And one thing I forgot to mention in the previous video is you're going to see cards change in and out, because in this tournament we were allowed to change cards and decks every round. At the end of the 9 rounds, I'm going to show you the deck profile for what I'm going to play going forward, not what I played in every individual round. It's just too different. Like you'll see, round 1 I had Nibiru's in the main. I don't anymore. I was playing different hand traps in the main. Those are on the side. I've changed cards around, etc., etc. So let's just get right into this match. So I'm playing Salamangreat. My opponent's on Dino. I won. I decided to go first, as always in game 1. And we'll see where this goes. My opener is quite good. I've opened Buffalo and Jack Jaguar and a hand trap and extender. I've hard drawn the Sanctuary, which is annoying, but as you can see, I'm just doing standard Salamangreat plays. I end on Sunlight Wolf with a Balinx in the graveyard and a Jack Jaguar ready to go for next turn. My opponent has opened Lost World Miscellaneousaurus, so they did not open as good as they could have opened, and they just go right into enter battle phase. And this is something I forgot to do, was activate Sunlight Wolf to get the Buffalo back for another card, but oh well. That is not the most egregious thing I do in this game. I screwed up horribly. They decide to go for Overraptor. I Ash the Overraptor, and they call by the grave my Ash, which is L. Because now they get to kill my monster for free. Well, they get to get the Balinx out of my graveyard for free. And then they make a Dolka and set 1, passing the turn. So now going into my turn, my thinking is that the set card is a Survival's End or an Infinite Impermanence. And so I'm trying to figure out how I can both bait the Dolka activation and how can I out the Lost World. The Lost World is really problematic for me, because if they have any dinosaur next turn, they can just do what they did this turn, which is attack into the token, destroy a baby, summon an Overraptor, and get whatever they want to their hand. Or they can put something in the graveyard like a Giant Rex, getting ready for a big explosive second main phase. So my play is to normal summon. No, I just go right into Sunlight Wolf here. And I activate the Jaguar effect. And in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, this is going to bait the Dolka. I don't care if I lose the Wolf. I have the will to go forward. They have Call by the Grave for my Sunlight Wolf, which is brutal. And then I activate Night. So this is where we actually made a small mistake as well. I go Phoenix, Chainlink 1, Sunlight Wolf, Chainlink 2. That is a legal play I'm allowed to do. However, with Call by the Grave, its effect's going to be negated. So I guess this isn't a misplay. My opponent technically made the mistake, because they went Dolka, Chainlink 3 to destroy my Sunlight Wolf. And one thing I forgot is, as you'll see, I link summoned using the Jack Jaguar and the token. What I should have done, and this is important, is I should have made Balinx beforehand. And the reason is that because when the Dolka goes to destroy my Sunlight Wolf, I can then banish the Balinx out of my graveyard to prevent my Wolf's destruction. It's still going to be negated because of Call by the Grave, but I get to keep the monster, and that's important because it meant I could have made a Transcode Talker, eaten this Dolka for free, gotten in 2,300 points of damage, and then have a setup board for next turn. But you live and you learn. So I decide to activate the will. I bring back the Jack Jaguar. I then go into the Balinx now, which is just even salt on the wound, because I should have realized that I should have made it first. I attack into the Dolka, saving my monster with the Balinx in my graveyard. They activate Diagram, they pop a baby, and from here the game is over. Because I know they have access to they have access to Ultimate Conductor Tyranno and Miscellaneousaurus. They can out basically whatever I do. They get a baby to their hand through Overraptor's ability. They normal summon it, and that's where I'm just like, yep, I am done. Let's go to the next game. And this is where I made another mistake, is I decided to make the Dino player go first. I decided for going second, obviously, as you can see through the Ghost Ogre in my hand. But what I should have done is that, as you'll see it in I remember in this match I had 3 copies of different Dimension Ground in my side deck. What I should have done is I should have went first and hoped to draw into a Floodgate, because I think that's my only way for me to win this matchup. This matchup is horrible, by the way. Like, I beat it at locals all the time, but that's whatever. I think this matchup is really, really bad, because they have so many ways of disrupting you now that they're ending on a UCT, a Pankratops, and a rank 4. So I should have gone first and tried to set up a board of Wolf and Traps. But anyway, so I make my opponent go first, and they Fossil Dig. They're going to add Overraptor. They summon Overraptor, I Impermanence it. They chain Miscellaneousaurus, so now I can't affect any of their dinosaurs in this main phase. They activate True King, destroying Baby Aolo. They summon a baby out of their deck. They do the Overraptor switch to summon a Giant Rex, and now they make Trish. So because they made Triss, I know they're trying to end on VFD or True King of All Calamities. So I chain Ghost Ogre to attempt to destroy this Trish to get it off the board, and they have the Call by the Grave for the Trish. And even in the chat, they opened Fossil Dig, Miscellaneousaurus, True King Aolo Baby. Broken. Now, again, I had 2 pieces of interaction, but they had 2 pieces of negation for my 2 pieces of interaction, and they still get to end on... Oh, and they take the 1 card out of my hand that would have let me play. They get to summon a Petit Pteranodon off of their Miscellaneousaurus, and they pop it, turning it into a Pankratops. So now they have 2 pieces of interaction for my turn, and as you can see, I've bricked. There's nothing I can do. They just attack for 3,000 points of damage. They activate Double Evolution Pill, and that is the end of the game. And this is where we were talking about how to submit the match for the results. But yeah, this match really frustrates me even now. Going back on it, there are multiple different lines I could have taken to win game 1. There are multiple different lines I could have even taken in game 2 just to improve my chances to win this game. Like, I played this match horribly, and I have no excuses for that. I just played this horribly, and this really opened my eyes into what I need to do to get better at this game. Because again, I haven't really played competitively like I am now in 4 or 5 years. Like, I go to regionals on and off, but I wasn't really playing competitively. I wasn't trying to top. Like, even the Monarch regional I played in, I wasn't trying to top. I was just there to waste a weekend because I had nothing better to do. But that's not the point of this video. The point is, this match really opened my eyes into, like, wow, I really need to focus and get into it. You know, because going back through this match, there are multiple lines I see now that I could have taken to give me the best chance to win this game. But that's why I'm doing these match analysis, to show you that, you know, just go back and watch and you'll see. There are multiple lines that you can probably take to increase your chances of winning the game. But anyway, that's round 2. Thank you guys so much for watching and sticking with me through this, and I'll be back with round number 3.